Adoption of two-component binding materials, ERTICA-S001 and ERTE-TEPA-E001, on the sites of transport infrastructure. The company RT Polyplast, City of Azov, Rostov region. The joint stock company Org-Syntez Resurs, City of Moscow. The limited liability company MK20, City of Rostov-on-Don, and the Rostov State Transport University are presenting the following: domestic two-component binding material on polyurethane basis for reinforcement of ballast shoulder of roadbed slopes and engineering structures. This collective work of the company RT Polyplast, the joint stock company Org-Syntez Resurs, the Rostov State Transport University, and the limited liability company MK20 does provide the following: fabrication of a polymeric binding material, development of normative and project documentation, execution of works for fixation of crushed stones, supervised operation of the sites. The two-component binding materials ERTICA-S001 and ERTE-TEPA-E001 are successfully applied for the fixation of ballast shoulder in the curves with a radius less than 650 meters. Fixation of ballast against an aerodynamic impact in the high-speed areas. Fixation of ballast in the intertrack space by a deep cutting out in the neighboring track. The technology of fabrication of the two-component binding materials on the basis of ingoing compositions is simple and does not require any sophisticated equipment. Putting the two-component binding materials on the ballast, simultaneously with the works for a fixation of ballast shoulder, there is to be executed a monitoring of fixation quality and basic track parameters with the help of modern diagnostic means. There are developed and adopted the devices for a measuring of shift resistance of the ballast shoulder. The full-scale nature tests in various areas have indicated that the fixation of the ballast shoulder does increase the shift resistance 6 to 10-fold. In addition to the fixation of the ballast shoulder, the two-component binding materials ERTICA-S001 and ERTE-TEPA-E001 are successfully applied for a fixation of crushed stones, covering of slopes, dugouts, embankments, and roadbeds. Experience of operation of crushed stones coverings does indicate the actuality of such fixation. Destructions of non-fixed embankment slopes and roadbed slopes during operation. Protection of the slope of a pre-approach cutting of Tunnel Number 5, Dagomis-Adler, 2010. Protection of the roadbed against floodwater of Mizimta River on the span Adler-Rosa Farm, 2012. Element of a landscape design in the Olympic Park in Sochi, 2013. Bridge abutment on the route M4 Don, 2014. Adoption of a new construction material, concrete canvas, on the sites of transport infrastructure. The concrete canvas, in an initial phase, is a flexible sheet material on the basis of a polymer cement compound, which then, by hydration, becomes hard, fixed, and gains strength like a concrete to form a solid, durable, watertight structure. For the hardening of a finely laid concrete canvas fastened to the foundation, it is to be impregnated with water, hydrated. The period of time of the loss of a plastic flowability for the material by the temperature plus 20 degrees Celsius is equal to 3 to 4 hours. For a standard hydration, it is necessary to apply 200 to 220% of water in relation to the weight of canvas. The main application field of the concrete canvas is using it as a construction material for erection and repairs of artificial engineering structures in hard-to-reach and restricted places. For a protection of structures against washout by a natural shooting flow, it is necessary to use the concrete canvas with a thickness of 8 millimeters in 10-meter rolls with a weight of 60 kilograms. For a delivery and installation of elements of the concrete canvas, you do not need any lifting machinery. The joining of sheets and their fastening to the foundation is to be made with the help of self-threading bolts and special anchors according to a calculation. After the laying and fastening of the canvas, it is to be executed a sprinkling and washing of the surface by water. On this site, the team of 5 workers has laid 90 square meters of canvas in a 25-meter-long shooting flow runner within a time period of 5 hours. The shooting flow runner, reinforced by the concrete canvas on the span Vodopadny-Lazarevskaya, has allowed to eliminate a carryover of earth on the road during a heavy shower period and to withstand the flood in Sochi in the springtime of 2015 without any damages. The performance indicators of the concrete canvas are as good as by a typical concrete. Minimal operational time, 50 years. Frost resistance, 200 cycles. Compressive stress, 40 MPa. Young modulus, 180 MPa. The concrete canvas has a chemical resistance of a typical concrete and is environmentally friendly.